in our agenda. And so in districts like mine, I'm in a competitive district. People, when given the chance to present our ideas versus their ideas, we're going to win every single time. We have to do a better job of communicating our ideas and getting our message out in the most direct and creative ways, particularly to those who feel disengaged by politics, by the parties as a whole. But in the end, yes, we are in a much better position. And I see that you seem pleasantly surprised.
I am surprised. I am surprised because I didn't think that. I thought you would even it out, but I didn't know that you would.
If the election were held today, Democrats would be in the majority in the House, without question, because the people support what we stand for: more affordable housing, getting corporate speculators out of buying up homes in communities like North Las Vegas that I represent. They support access to capital for Black women to start and grow their business. They support policies that help communities advance to infrastructure, whether that's in renewable energy or whether that's, in public transit. Those were many of the investments that Democrats made when we were in the majority. When we were in the majority of the House, the Senate, and the White House, we made healthcare a priority. We passed the Affordable Care Act. What is this administration doing? Now that they have the majority in the House, the Senate, and the White House, they voted to take healthcare away from 12 million Americans, the largest cut to healthcare in our lifetime. Not only by not extending these premium tax credits, which I always have to explain, tax credits are leveraging the federal tax code to support families and households. Just like they give tax cuts to billionaires, we can give tax credits to families for healthcare. So they passed this big ugly bill to give these tax breaks to the wealthy, but now they want to deny tax credits to my mom so she could keep her healthcare, or to a small business owner in my district who is struggling with the cost of premiums for his employees. No, we reject that. Now, we've got a big fight over the next few days and weeks ahead, and I want people to be prepared coming out of this conference that this is not going to be easy. It's not going to look easy, and there may be some pain, but what we are fundamentally fighting for is protecting people's health care, which, when you do that, they then have the ability and the freedom to pursue all the other things that they need to pursue in their lives.
Yeah, health is number one. Without health, you can't do anything. Real quick question. I know you're on the subcommittee, healthcare subcommittee, and I just wanted to ask you for your reaction to the big announcement about the connection with autism and Tylenol.
So I'm going to answer this by, again, turning to the point. Since this administration took office, they have defunded cancer research for children. They've defunded the National Institutes of Health. They have made the largest cut to healthcare, including to Medicaid specifically, almost $1 trillion. They don't believe in science. The research on this issue is well established, and it's really reckless and irresponsible for the president or the secretary or anyone else to advance these conspiracies based on really questionable science. But you have to look at it in the totality of what they've done. They are trying to dismantle public health in this country. Public health that affects community health centers and nursing homes, regional hospitals. I have 2 rural hospitals that will close in my district because of this one big, beautiful bill. I have a rural part of my district where there's just 20-some thousand people who live there. There's no birthing center and very limited OBGYN services. Families who are planning to have a child have to drive well over an hour to find a doctor for care. And in other parts of my rural district, veterans and seniors have to travel upwards of 3 to 4 hours to get health care. So this is the challenge. They are trying to dismantle public health at the time when we're trying to provide more access and bring down the cost by, investing in healthcare. This administration, along with my colleagues on the other side of the aisle, I call them the capitulating congressional Republicans, they just do whatever he tells them to do on any given day. I do serve on the health subcommittee of the Ways and Means Committee. I've offered amendment after amendment, including last week, where I offered an amendment to have them extend the premium tax credits permanently for healthcare and to roll back these cuts, and not one Republican joined me. But there is an alternative. Our alternative, as Leader Jeffries has explained, is cancel the cuts, lower the cost, and protect America's healthcare. That is what we're fighting for in this moment. And we have a very clear objective. We will get through this battle, and then we really need to tackle all of the costs that families are being burdened with, from the cost of housing to childcare to energy to groceries. These are the burdens that average working class families are dealing with, and that's what House Democrats will be focused on in the upcoming cycle.
Well, you've got a lot of work to do.
And we're up to the moment, as we said in this conference, that we are made for this moment. And as I interact and talk with and hear from more people, constituents, mayors, county execs, state legislators, we understand that we're all in this together, and it's going to take all of us to make progress in the policy that we want to see. So let's continue to have a great conference. Thank you to Black Information Network and iHeart for being here, for engaging in our communities in this conversation. You all are all over the country, and I'm glad that your listeners are tuned in because they deserve to know what is happening, to get the information directly from the people who are helping to address it. So it's great to have you all as partners here at this year's conference.
Terrific. Thank you so much. Nevada Congressman Stephen Horsford, always a pleasure speaking with you. I'm Vanessa Tyler, reporting from the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation Annual Legislative Conference on the Black Information Network.
All right. Praise be to God. All right, everyone. I'm Martha Nailah Abdullah. And as I travel around here, how are you doing, sir? Alhamdulillah. Enjoying.
Yes,
Yes, and you're with
Bloom Energy
Bloom Energy. Where are you located?
in San Jose, California, and Newark, Delaware.
San Jose,
California
California.
and Newark, Delaware.
Newark.
Delaware.
There's a Newark.
Yeah, Newark, Delaware.
I only know about Newark, New Jersey. And our audience here was up with the Community Wide Sure Conference. And we have a broadcasting called America Muslim 360. Special night. That's CWSC. That's America Muslim 360. And my first time here.
Really?
This is your what? 100th? Your 50th?
I've been here a couple times.
Couple of times, okay.
Let me grab it. I got to grab
Go
it.
right ahead. Please, bye. Oh, that's your phone.
Yeah.
Okay, nice meeting
Nice
you.
meeting you.
Tyrone Jones.
Yeah.
Okay. That's nice. Yes.
I live in Vegas.
I want to ask a question about Congressman Isabel.
What's on fire? Yes, no. We understood the last movie, but it's good to see.
It is the largest gift to
The question, I don't know on the healthcare area, if the DNA of African Americans now being investigated about the differences of, and because diabetes and kidneys and other high blood pressure It's been the focus in them, in our area. I'm from St. Petersburg, Florida. And because of that, they're now finding that all the medication has to be tested against the GNA, yes.
Different reactions.
Yes.
That's why clinical trials are so important.
Yeah.
And Black participation in trials are important. So that, you know, we.
So we gotta get
are
it.
included in that process.
Okay, so how do I get involved in that?
Well, you're from St. Petersburg. I think your member is,
Yeah, about on the health
your
issue.
congressional member, your congressional member in Florida.
Yeah. And I'm stuck on Daryl's son, but
That's okay.
I'm trying, I'm doing.
That's who I would recommend you connect with and tell them your interest and how you can get
Okay,
involved.
because we have a health equity foundation. So, okay, thank you so much. God bless. How you doing?
We needed to make the arrangements.
Okay, so you heard my question. It's in reference to the DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. That is in all of us, and we have our some will say it is affected by the environment and about, but ancestrally, the finding that the medicines are not all medicines for one does not fit. So I just want to begin the conversation about being interested in how the DNA and the differences in the DNA and the studies that have been done on others, and then the medicine being used on African Americans. So he gave a very good answer. Check with my local representative, and we go from there. So I will check with Health Equity Foundation in St. Petersburg, as well as our representative. Thank you for being here with me for this moment, and we'll be doing moment by moment excerpts as I will reconnect with William Perrine, because 2:00, we're going to be connecting on American Muslim 360 and a new day for community, for Al Islam Community Radio. And we will begin the discussions of what will be taking place, or what will be in force right then at that time at 2 p.m. All right. In the meantime, if you are able to, you can dial 971-379-9162 and join a new day for Al Islam Community Radio. And we will be returning to American Muslim 360 right here, the #1 radio broadcast network on Zoom. Thank you, dear listeners, and we look forward to being with you later. Assalamu alaikum.